So I've made changes to take back my privacy on the internet, and this is what this video's kind of about. It's the web browser that I've been using since I ditched Chrome and a bunch of other Google services to take back some of my online privacy. Of course, I'll never be fully private because here I am making a video for a Google owned platform, and because I'm on social media and invested into some of Microsoft stuff such as Xbox, but I have made these changes to take back more of my privacy. So this is what this video is about, is the Brave web browser. I've been in the referral program since 2019, so I am well aware of the browser already, but I only switched to it just months ago. It is probably the best browser from my own experience. It's fast, quick, and privacy respecting, and it also blocks ads and trackers, something that's not built directly into other web browsers. And you also have support for Chrome extensions, since it is a Chromium based browser. They do claim that it is faster at loading websites, which from my own experience I have noticed, and it does block trackers. So for example, I'll just go to YouTube. It's going to block trackers because Google put trackers in YouTube's website, of course. And it tells you the amount of ads and trackers that it had blocked. Some sites I visited before go as high as 40, so you can do less tracking. And it also blocks cross-site trackers, so you cannot be tracked across several websites you visit, or they cannot see your history. And then you do have Brave rewards, but they pay you in cryptocurrency called basic attention tokens, so this wouldn't be a feature for everyone, obviously, especially with the way crypto's looking at this moment. And then we just go to settings. So you can import your bookmarks and settings, so this is exactly what I did to get my bookmarks, saved passwords, addresses, credit card information, and whatnot from Google Chrome before I uninstalled it on every device I use that runs an up-to-date operating system. And for appearance, of course, you have themes and other customization similar to Chrome pretty much. And then your new tab page, you can customize it on a dashboard, but I have an extension installed that overrides the new tab page, just one I kind of found a bit fun. And then you can customize which trackers are blocked, and you can auto direct AMP pages. AMP is a Google service to make pages load faster, but of course, it being Google, you can't completely trust it, and I do see a lot of hate against AMP pages. Some people don't like them, so if you don't want to use AMP pages, it can redirect you to the non-AMP page. And then you can prevent fingerprinting as well. I think this is something to do with fingerprinting, I think, is also cross-tracking. And you can block scripts too, which usually for me breaks a lot of websites, so I don't bother that. And you can upgrade your connection to HTTPS in case the site you're visiting does not support it. And you can either disable tracker and ad blocking or put it on a more aggressive level. I just keep it on standard because usually, again, a lot of websites break when you go too strict. As I said, you have Brave rewards, but I don't have it enabled. And then you can block some social media stuff, but I allow both Facebook logins and Twitter embedded tweets and Google login buttons, only because I do have some accounts that were made with Facebook and Google in the past, unfortunately, which I do not make any new accounts using my Google account anymore, as I've moved to my more private inbox. Then you can change more stuff here, such as that, and you can, there is a use Google services or push messaging, but I keep that off. And then you can either decide to send their a private daily usage thing where they know how many active users there is, or automatic diagnostic reports. I keep those off just because. Then you have sync. Sync is not doesn't use an email like Chrome, Edge, and Safari and other big browsers do. It uses a sync code. You can use either a QR or the words. And yeah, it's like a lot of words you have to type in. It is a much more secure way, though. I will not be showing any of that because that will be a way for viewers with malicious intent to steal my bookmarks and safe passwords. And then you can customize which stuff is synced to and between your devices. Search engine, you can just change it. Brave does have their own search, but I find it to not be as accurate, so I stick with DuckDuckGo for privacy respecting search. And you can also manage search engines and search, but I just keep DuckDuckGo to default. And as I said, you have extensions. You can use Chrome extensions, like you'll just go to the Chrome web store and add the extension. And you can not use some Google stuff if you don't want to, but I had to enable this Widevine thing, which is a Google thing, only because Apple Music wouldn't work in the web browser if I have that off. And then you have a crypto wallet in Brave as well, which I don't use because I already have one on my phone. And then IPFS. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I haven't looked into it yet. I'll probably will eventually. And you can also manage your autofill, change your languages, download location, and you can ask where to save it before downloading. And then of course you have the basic stuff like hardware acceleration and continue running background apps when it's closed. And then this is just where you would update Brave. Is in it, you can see that it is based on Chromium 103, which is the current version, and I am running the 64-bit build, which 32-bit browsers don't really exist for Linux anymore, so. But yeah, otherwise this is actually a pretty good browser, and I would recommend it. I do have a referral link, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. I will leave that in the description so you can download Brave for yourself. And now I will just show what it looks like on mobile, so we'll get to that. So normally I don't use third-party screen recorders, but for some reason Amazon doesn't include one in their Android skin, so yeah, I have to use a third-party screen recorder. So this is Brave on mobile. I would have used my phone, but I prefer to use Firefox on my daily driver smartphone. So it does have the tracker blocker, although you do lose some features such as extensions, and you do have a VPN option. You still get talking. There's Brave News. It's just a prospecting list thing, similar to Google's Discover on the mobile versions of Chrome. And of course, you get Brave Rewards, Brave Wallets, and you do get the firewall plus VPN. Pretty much all it is. It's all the same setup stuff. About though, yeah, it doesn't show too much. That because you would up that browser through the Play Store or wherever else you downloaded Brave. So it does have more trackers. Like not more trackers, blocks more trackers. I'll visit Google, which I haven't did in a while. So it still blocks trackers like like the desktop version. Usually web browsers on Android and other mobile devices browsers do not have ad blockers in them, so this is an added benefit of Brave if you don't already have an ad blocker on your device that's system-wide. But yeah, it does block all the trackers, so you do get better tracker blocking if you use the mobile version compared to other mobile browsers. Because all the mobile browsers don't have such features. So yeah, that's about it for mobile. It's pretty much the same thing, and it does run much better. I did Chrome on this tab for a while, and Amazon Silk browser. Both of them I know are much slower in comparison to Brave, so their claim about having a fast web browser is pretty accurate from my own experience on all the devices I installed it on. So yeah, I recommend Brave. Yes, it's easily the best web browser there is. I even converted one of my online friends to use Brave instead of Chrome on his PC. So Brave is the best browser you can get from my own personal experience, and I suggest it too. You can download it from their website or use my referral link that I will leave in the description. You do not have to use that if you do not want to. But anyway, yes, it is a great browser, and I suggest you switch to it. So this is it for this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and comment your thoughts. And yeah, this is it. So